じゃあわざわざシャノンとジョージ兄さんは別の部屋に泊まったのかよ。
はい、そんなにもおかしかったでしょうか。
Jessica's cheeks had been stuffed with a chocolate-coated chinsuko biscuit that Shannon had brought as a present from Okinawa. And it all came flying out at Shannon when Jessica cried out.
シャノンさ、何のために沖縄まで旅行に行ったんだよ。それもジョージ兄さんと二人っきりで。
それはとても大きな水族館が沖縄にあるから
I mean, I went to Okinawa for this reason specifically. And Jessica's like, and you didn't get piped? Oh my god, girl, what are you doing?
私お魚とか好きですし。
And I like fish and stuff. Yeah, well, you should like dick too. What are you doing?
いやだからさ、健全な男女がお泊まりありで旅行に行ったわけだろ。
Why weren't y'all fucking?
それでチューもなければギューもないのかよ。
There was no oral? No fucking... No oral? No missionary? Not even some light anal? What is going on here?
ましてや部屋は男女に別部屋ってなんだよ。
チューについてはノーコメントで。でも牛はありましたよ。ジョージさんの胸温かかったです。
You know what else is warm? His penis. You would have found that out if you would have fucking actually been in the same room. Jesus Christ.
そういうことじゃねえぜ。なあもう。なんだってこんなカップルがいるんだよ。なあもう。じれってぜ。
From Shannon's point of view, it was an incredibly happy trip for various reasons. But it looked like Jessica found their pace to be pretty irritating. For a while, Jessica chewed her present, complaining about romance pretending to faint in agony on her bed. Shannon and George had chosen to go to Okinawa because there was a huge aquarium there. They did this because an aquarium had given them the opportunity to start going out. Since their relationship had started at an aquarium, having their first overnight trip also be to an aquarium must have held some commemorative value.
そんな記念の節目の
And you didn't even
初の
fuck.
お泊まり旅行ならいろいろと進展するもんがあるはずだぜ。それが男女別部屋、カップルでシングルを2部屋。ああもう本当にどうかしてるぜ。
それはお互い独身の男女ですし。
Fucking losers. Fucking insisting on marriage before sex. Oh my god. Fucking pussies.
ジョージさんがそこをしっかりするのが男女のマナーだとおっしゃって。
だからそれを踏み越えるためのお泊まり旅行じゃねえのかよ。もはやキューとかギューとかのレベルじゃねえぜ。
お嬢様がどういう意味でおっしゃってるのかわかりませんが。
He should be inserting objects into your person, alright?
ジョージ様は最後まで本当に
Yeah,
信じ
I
てい
didn't
て
want
く
to
ださい
be
ま
a
し
fucking
た。
gentleman with you. I want to get
それ
rough.
は私もそういうことがあるかなというか。でも私たちお付き合いはしてますけど、別に結婚してるわ
Once
け
again,
じ
go
ゃな
back to
い
the
し。
married thing.
お嬢様が期待されているようなことはちゃんと神様の前で誓いを立ててからするべきです。
You fucking stick in the mud.
するべきです。
Jacob's just like, you know what? Fuck God. You fuck. Do it. Just do it. Shannon's face got bright red. She made a circle with both hands, restlessly intertwining, separating, and making heart marks with them. Apparently, the dramatic progress Jessica had looked forward to hadn't happened, but it seemed to have been a very important experience for Shannon in her own way. In the end, whether Jessica was jealous of Shannon or made fun of her, it didn't change the fact that Shannon had a huge lead on her.
私も彼氏欲しい。
Oh, shut up. You just want up the ass.
シャノンに先を越されたのが悔しい。彼氏作るとき 時は一緒だぜって約束したのに抜け駆けされた。
お嬢様は素敵な方ですから。
She's over throwing a tantrum like a little baby and is like, oh, you're such a wonderful person, my lady.
そういう慰めはいらねえぜ。シャノンの裏切り者、出ていけ。
Jessica threw several cushions at her, but midway she had an asthma attack and started to choke pretty badly. Shannon hurriedly ran over to a nearby side table and started searching around on top of it. A cute basket was placed there, and inside of it was Jessica's bronchodilator. Shannon picked it up and handed it over to Jessica. Jessica's asthma attacks always came suddenly, much like men. Because of that, she always needed to carry this medicine around. She breathed in the medicine and after a while managed to overcome her choking as her asthma finally settled down. Shannon thought this was a good chance to leave and tried to exit the room after bowing courteously. Not so fast, bitch. As she did, one more small cushion came flying and hit Shannon on the head. She noticed that Jessica was on the verge of crying, half her face buried in her last and favorite cushion. That face was red and meek.
お嬢様？
シャノンさ、正直に言って私髪型とか
Your hairdo? Your hairdo's fine. You're just kind of an ass.
まさか。お嬢様の髪はとてもお美しいと思います。
じゃあ目とか変かな。
Ma'am, physically, you're fine. It's what's on the inside that matters, and your inside is kind of ugh.
やっぱり喋り方が
It's not the voice? No. It's actions and personality. You kind of suck in those
だ
departments.
から彼氏できないのかな。
そんなはずは
The
あ
way
り
you
ませ
talk
んよ。
doesn't matter. If you talked, the way you do, but had a personality that wasn't trash, then yeah, no, you'd certainly land a man.
そのままで十分に素敵です。そしてその魅力はこれから
Yeah,
も
your
っともっと
charm.
増していくと
You
思います
definitely
よ。
got that going on. Sure, uh-huh.
でも私だけ彼氏できない。サクもヒナも彼氏できたのに私にだけできないよ。
Have you taken a look at the way Saka and Hina actually, act as people?
やっぱり私には魅力ないからかな。
I mean, you're getting closer.
みんなね、文化祭に彼氏連れてくるんだって。私もその日までにはきっと彼氏いるって思って彼氏だってできやしない。私だけ。
Before she realized it, Jessica was shedding huge tears. Jessica didn't really feel like crying. Of course, she felt like supporting Shannon's progress and love as a friend. However, as she had cheered Shannon on, her true feelings had suddenly gotten mixed in, and she couldn't help but shed tears. Shannon understood Jessica's innocent and easily injured heart. The rough style of speech Jessica usually used was all just an attempt to protect that fragile heart. As a daughter and successor to the Ushinomiya family, and as a girl isolated on Rokkenjima, the only person she could expose her true feelings to was Shannon. Shannon understood that, so she strongly regretted acting smug, even if it was only a little.
ごめん、涙出ちゃうなんて私変だぜ。ごめん。
お嬢様は素敵な方です。そんなお嬢様に素敵な男性が現れないわけがありません。
I don't know. The only man I've seen, express any interest in wanting to go near her is her creepy cousin, so, I wouldn't bet on that one. And he's not necessarily a wonderful
も
man.
う時間だろ。早く行かないとまた源氏さんや母さんに怒られるぜ。私は全然平気だから早く行きなよ。悪いな、泣いちゃったりなんかしてさ。バカみてえだぜ、私。
Yes. Yes, you are. Jessica faded away, acting as though she didn't really want to trouble Shannon, waving her hand as though chasing Shannon away. Shannon took that as a sign that Jessica didn't want to be bothered anymore, bowed her head, and left the room. When Shannon's footsteps disappeared in the distance, Jessica lay down in her bed, still hugging a cushion. Her expression was still a little meek, with tears in her eyes. But for the first time in a long time, she had a very, very quiet, honest conversation with her heart. Oh yeah?
私も恋がしたい。
I do kind of feel bad. I really don't dislike Jessica. I definitely talk shit, but I talk shit on everyone pretty much. As Shannon happily watered the flower beds in the garden, she sensed someone's presence. She turned around thinking that if one of the family had come to visit, she must greet them. But what she saw was that witch. Oh.
ベアトリーチェ様。
Damn, she is not giving up, huh?
久しぶりよの。どうだ？その後、そなたの思い人との仲は順調か？
As Beatrice sat on the rose arch, she happily blew on her pipe. I'll give her something to blow on. Sitting in a place like that would crush the roses. And it might have been dangerous if the arch fell over, but this was a witch after all. Showing concern for her safety was probably a waste of time.
おかげさまで順調です。
当然よ。わらわの魔法はてきめんである。そなたにはまるで二人が出会うのはあらかじめ決められた運命であったかのように感じているかもしれぬ。
This place keeps jumping back and forth all over the place with where we are in time. Like, I know all this is taking place before the whole family conference thing, but it starts with them on the date, but then it jumps to what I'm guessing happened before the date, which was her breaking the mirror at the shrine. Then we jump back even further in time to Beatrice making her the offer to shatter the thing at the shrine, and then we jump forward past the date to where we are now. We're really just kind of hopping all over the place, aren't we?
だがそれは間違いよ。夢運命だなどと思うでないぞ。
それは分かってます。
The witch was calling attention to something. Two things, actually. First, that Shannon's relationship with George was a fate that'd be absolutely impossible under normal circumstances. Second, that the power of the witch was great enough to overturn that fact. Shannon had just gotten wrapped up in those sweet days, and had started believing the illusion that all fate revolved around her. But she remembered the witch's words. Originally, her relationship with George had been impossible. No, it might be impossible in the future as well.
すまぬ。
Excuse me.
医者と同じよ。病に悩めばすがるくせに、治れば感謝も忘れる。魔女が感謝された試しはないのでな。つい卑屈になってしまった。許すがいい。
感謝の気持ちを忘れたことはありません。ベアトリーチェ様のお力で幸せな思いができていること、そしてそのお力がなければ私とジョージ様が寄り添う運命がなかったこと、
Yes, of course not.
決して忘れたことはありません。
すまぬ。いじめに来たわけではないのにな。
Of course you didn't, I'm sure.
口が悪いのはわらわが性分。許されよ。それより聞いたぞ。二人きりで旅行に行ったと。
Yeah, and then now watch Beatrice be exactly like Jessica was, like, so, did he give you the pipe or not?
さぞや楽しかったであろう。
はい、とても楽しかったです。
Shannon's face suddenly lit up. The witch laughed lightly as though amused by the speed of that transformation.
もはやそなたの思い人は一方的に思うだけの存在ではない。互いに思われる恋人同士よ。愛に満たされた二人にとって世界はただそれだけで成立する。素晴らしき理想の世界かな。魔女も夜行というもの。
Beatrice laughed pleasantly. That smile made her look as though she blessed the lovers' rendezvous from the bottom of her heart, without a trace of malice. though that is absolute bullshit. After that day, Beatrice had shown herself before Shannon every once in a while. Even now, Shannon thought of her as an unsettling being. However, she was also indebted to this person for the magic that led to her current relationship with George. So Shannon tried with all her might to not act surprised or scared.
そうだった。ベアトリーチェ様、旅行のお土産にお菓子を買ってきたんです。よかったらベアトリーチェ様もいかがでしょうか。
ほう。魔女に土産とな。
Seemed that even a witch who boasted of living for 1,000 years hadn't imagined that she'd receive a souvenir from a sweet lover's trip. When she saw that surprised expression, Shannon thought of this witch as a friend for the first time. Y'all ain't friends. Y'all ain't friends. Shannon, you fucked up. You thinking you're friends with the witch? Nah.
ほうほう。ラードと小麦粉で作った東洋クッキーか。それを西洋風にチョコで包むとは、まさに和洋折衷、菓子のシルクロードよの。何がおかしい？
失礼いたしました。
The witch, who surely held a terrifying power, was chomping down on sweets one after another, making it sound like a squirrel stuffing walnuts into its mouth. After a while, Shannon couldn't conceal her laughter.
しそうになったぞ。そなたには今度ネロのドルチェビータでも振る舞おうぞ。バラは永遠の愛の象徴。今のそなたにはバラのドルチェこそがふさわしかろう。
Rose Dolce. Isn't that dessert that Goda served at the family conference? I know there was something involved with Rose, that's all I really remember. That sounds familiar. The witch was in a great mood, fully enjoying modern candy.
これ本当にありがとうございました。もう私には十分だと思いますのでお返しします。
The thing Shannon had softly set on the table was a gold-colored butterfly brooch.
返さずともよい。それに持ち続けていれば二人の仲はこれからも永劫に盤石であろうが。
出会いのきっかけは確かに魔法の力で与えてもらったかもしれません。でもその出会いを永遠のものにする努力は二人で協力し合って続けていくものだと思います。
愛もバラと同じか。過ぎた世日は根を腐らせる。苦労せねば育めぬ花もあろう。ならば好きにするがよい。身につけず宝石箱の中にしまうもよかろう。それはそなたに送ったわらわの行為だ。
See, they're trying to paint it too much, like, oh yeah, she's just doing a nice thing for you know, one of the servants who really respected her and whatnot. It's like, I don't believe that for a fucking second.
それを返されてはわらわも愉快ではない。
申し訳ございません。そういう意味で言ったわけじゃ。
気を害してなどおらぬ。わらわとの友情の証にせいぜい大事にしてくれれば少しは気も慰む。持ち続けそのご利益を得るもよし、宝石箱にしまい込むもよし、望むなら恋路に悩む別のものに譲ろうと。そなたの勝手だ。
May even give it to another who's worrying about love.
ただ大事にしてくれればよい。さすがに粗末にされては心が痛むでな。
According to Beatrice, she had appeared several times in the past in response to a person's summons to give them some tool imbued with magical power. However, when most people used that power to resolve their worries, they quickly grew unsettled by it, forgot their former gratitude, and threw away the tools they had been given with disgust.
だからわらわの行為に素直に感謝された試しは多くない。いや、初めてか。
The witch laughed heartily, but it looked like a sad laugh in Shannon's eyes. She herself had been like that in the past. No, maybe she was still like that now. Beatrice was definitely a witch, with a strange and terrifying power. Most people probably wouldn't want to stick around her if they could help it. Surely, even those who had relied on that strange power sometimes felt fear rather than gratitude as a result. It must have deeply hurt the witch to have that happen over and over. Since the time she had started thinking that way, Shannon had tried to stop being frightened of Beatrice. This was surely something that had tormented the witch for over 1,000 years. Maybe she really liked those sweets. Beatrice, who normally spoke abusively, praised the black tea that Shannon served her, and looked to be in remarkably high spirits. After doing that for a while, the witch and the servant grew animated in their discussion of the trip with George. Spill the deets, sister. The things Shannon actually knew about Beatrice were surprisingly few. First off, she was a ghost-like being who appeared in unexpected places at unexpected times. And it seemed that not everyone could perceive that she was there. Apparently, everyone has something called a wavelength, and the ability to perceive witches varies greatly among different people, so we've noticed. Only Shannon and Kanon could interact with her enough to exchange words like this. There were a few people who could sense her presence, but most people couldn't even feel that much. From what Beatrice said, Kraus and his wife in particular had zero magical talent. And no matter how much she followed them around, they would never notice her. Once earlier, when Shannon messed up and Nazi got really mad at her, Beatrice had started playing around, hitting Nazi on the head with her pipe. I see. Nazi really doesn't notice a thing. God damn it. Beatrice, don't you be bonking my queen. But Shannon, watching that, had burst out laughing without thinking and had gotten scolded even more. I can't blame her on that one. Your boss chews you out and all of a sudden this witch just appears and starts bonking her without any repercussions. Like, that's some goofy shit.
なら、親方様だったらどうでしょうか。魔法の研究とかをなさっているそうですし、きっとベアトリーチェ様のお姿にも気づいてくださると思います。
金蔵も同じよ。あれにも気の毒なくらいに魔法の才能がない。血だな。同情に値するほど才能がない。
As soon as they started talking about Kinzo, it felt like the atmosphere around Beatrice changed. Yeah, I figured. She had spoken about Kraus and the rest's lack of magic talent as though she looked down on them, but she spoke of Kinzo in a different way. Anyone connected to the Ushiromiya family would know about Kinzo's legend of the gold. According to that, Kinzo was given the gold after summoning the witch Beatrice. In other words, she must have some kind of relationship with Kinzo.
だからあれは才能のひとかけらもないくせに至ったのだ。
Oh.
狂ったように独学を重ね、魔術師の域にまで達した。
それはとてもすごいことなんですね。
The witch, who usually looked down on people, was uncharacteristically offering her praise. While she lambasted him by saying he had no talent, she praised his efforts.
そして親方様は魔法の力でベアトリーチェ様を呼び出した。
まあ召喚に応えたのは気まぐれだ。魔法を否定して久しいこのご時世に才能のかけらもないものが必死にやっているのでな。少しからかってやろうと思ったのがわらわの運の尽きよ。
Her choice of words highlighted how much of a disaster this had been for her. Shannon hesitated over whether it would be safe to continue this discussion, but Beatrice continued on her own, ignoring Shannon.
一応書式もルールも揃っていた。いくつかの作法が混在していたが、まあその熱意に免じ寛大に契約に応じてやったのだ。そしてわらわは山なす黄金を与えてやった。
そして親方様はその黄金を使って事業を成功させ、今日の財をなすのですね。
魔法の才能はからっきしだが、詳細と莫才があったようだな。いや、理不尽なる賭けに全て落とす勇気と狂気ゆえにか。狂気は時に魔力に通ずる。なるほど。その点から見れば、金蔵に魔法の才能が全くなかったとは言い切れんか。
Shannon felt like she was daydreaming. While everyone in the Ushirome family knew the story of how Kinzo idolized black magic, summoned a witch, and received the gold, in actuality, it was all rambling that no one believed in. And now, Shannon was having the story confirmed by the witch herself. She felt a little flustered by this incredible secret that only she knew.
そして莫大な財産を得た金蔵は人の世で手に入れることのできる全ての夢を叶えきった。そして最後に世界の真理を求めたのだ。
世界の真理？
世界を構成する一なる元素。人の世で得られる全てを満たした金蔵は人が求める最後の欲望としてそれを欲したのだ。
The single element. She seemed to remember the witch using that word before. When Beatrice saw Shannon trying to remember what that was, she laughed bitterly, waving her hand and saying there was no need to worry.
わらわも金蔵を少し見くびっていた。まさかあれほどの力を見せるとは思わなかったのでな。おかげでこのざまだ。茶飲み友達もなく、この島にもう何十年も縫い留められている。誰に話しかけようとも声は届かず、どこへ行くこともできない。なんとも退屈な数十
Yeah, no
年だ
wonder
った
she's
ことよ。
fucking pissed then. As she laughed in self-derision, she tapped her teacup with her finger. It made the light sound of pottery. Shannon didn't know whether the word self-derision was really an accurate expression to describe the look on the witch's face. I don't even know what derision means, or if I'm even pronouncing it correctly, so I don't know if it's the right word or not either. Shannon didn't understand everything, but she could more or less figure out the situation. And it was probably a topic that she couldn't press the witch on easily, unless the witch started talking about it herself. To sum up everything she had said up until now, Beatrice, who had been summoned by Kinzo's magic, could not leave this island for some reason. And she had lost her power and her form, living her days in boredom. During that time, her words had reached Shannon, who never forgot to show sincere respect for the witch. And Shannon had helped the witch regain her power, if only a little bit. As a result, it was now possible for the witch to drink tea with Shannon like this.
ベアトリーチェ様が私に割るように言ったあの鏡は一体何なのですか？
ああ、その話か。この辺りの島で大昔いろいろ
Listen,
と
don't
あっ
worry
たら
about
し
it.
く
Just
て
know
な。
that, a while ago some things happened.
そのせいで良くないものがたまり、悪い歪みを引き寄せていたのだ。それを旅の東洋魔術師か何かが鎮魂の社を建立して封じ込めたらしい。それ自体はわらわとはどうでもいいことなのだが、困ったことに魔力の基礎が違っててな。わらわの魔力にも強い干渉を及ぼしておって非常に迷惑していたのだ。
そうだったんですか。私はてっきりベアトリーチェ様を封じていたものだとばかり。
わらわを対象にしたものではない。だが神格のある鏡だったからな。結果としてわらわの力を封じ込めていたわけだ。料理に例えるならこうか。
Yeah, give me an analogy. Let's go.
わらわの注文した西洋料理が厨房でまさに料理されているとする。ところがいざ配膳しようとしたら客席は日本風で懐石料理が並べられている場だった。だから厨房は場違いな皿を出せず、わらわのところへはいつまでたっても西洋料理が届かないといったか。だからそなたに日本風の客席を打ち壊し、場を一度白紙に戻させたのだ。そのおかげでようやくわらわの注文した料理が届き、力が戻ったというところか。
I don't understand your analogy one bit, but go off.
もっともようやく食前酒が届いたというところよ。
The aperitif?
メインディッシュにはまだまだ遠い。
It'll still be quite some time before the main dish. I'm guessing aperitif is something like appetizer. Sometime before the main dish. Yeah, the fucking family conference, of course.
今のわらわなど靴屋の妖精にも劣る希薄な存在でな。
Oh?
何がおかしい？
魔女様の例えがあまりに面白かったもので、
I didn't. Didn't make fucking sense.
まさか魔法の話がお料理の話に例えられるとは思いませんでした。
我ながらうまい表現だったつもりだが、よもや笑われるとは思わなかったぞ。少し心外だ。
A slightly sulky expression rose to the witch's face. Okay, not gonna lie, that's a cute pout, but anyway. It wasn't a strange expression at all to be appearing on the face of some friends as they enjoyed their tea.
こう見えても昔は残酷極まりないことで知られた
I
わ
can
らわだ
believe
った
it.
な。
I've seen some shit. Or at least have had some shit described to me. I didn't really get to see it, but I mean, there was some shit.
丸くなったものよ。人間とこうしてたわいない話で茶を交わせるようにな
Oh,
る
don't
のだ。
worry. This is all lead up to episode 1, I'm guessing, so I'm guessing you'll get back to some brutal shit here shortly. She was probably talking to herself. As Beatrice gazed at the seabirds tracing the horizon, she put her tea to her lips again.
雲が出てきたな。海も精彩をかけば灰色の水たまりに過ぎぬ。
そうでしょうか。曇っても海は美しくて真っ青だと思います。
Maybe the witch noticed the deep meaning behind Shannon's words. She laughed lightly and set down her empty teacup.
もはやそなたの両目に埋められているのは黒い石ころではないらしい。どうだ、家具から人間に生まれ変わった気持ちは理解できておるか？
はい。世界がこんなにも優しかったなんて知りませんでした。
Since the start of her relationship with George, Shannon's face had grown brighter more often. Her smile had made everything go smoothly, and had even changed her fortune. Shannon made less mistakes in her work than she had before, and the family members' opinion of her was slowly starting to change. Just the other day, she'd been surprised when Krause, who rarely exchanged words with her, had suddenly started talking to her.
最近いい笑顔をすることが多くなったじゃないか。何か良いことでもあったのかね。
いえ、でも楽しい毎日です。はい。
良いことじゃないか。同じコーヒーなら笑顔で継がれた方がうまいに決まっている。その笑顔でもう一杯頼めんかね。
はい。
That had become a chance for Shannon to gain confidence in herself. Of course, it didn't go beyond her own heart, and it wasn't so big a change that anyone would notice. But she had begun to change bit by bit. Shannon understood it clearly. Knowing love was the same as gaining a soul. The same as being reborn from furniture into human. There was absolutely nothing mistaken in Beatrice's words. By knowing love, Shannon had learned what it was to be human.